from Kadarann and Moscow Flyer up there in third as they head to the first now. The favourite has jumped it stylishly. In fact, he's jumped way up past the Therealbandit now, and in the early stages he'll want Kadarann to kick on a bit here. A couple of lengths away then in fourth, Mr. McGoldrick, and further back Miguel as they come now to the second, and further back is Davoski, losing touch with them already. Heading down the back now towards fence number 3. And this is an open ditch. Kadarann on the outside of the Therealbandit, sitting in behind the Moscow Flyer. And Mr. McGoldrick's gone. He's a fall-up at the open ditch, Mr. McGoldrick. That leaves 5. Horse and jockey both up on their feet as they come now to the fourth. Leaders jump it well. Moscow Flyer jumping it very competently in third. But not a great gallop on at this stage. And it's the Therealbandit out in front by 3 lengths to Kadarann. 2 lengths away in third is Moscow Flyer, a gap of 3 lengths, then Miguel, and 20 lengths or so last is Davoski as they head now to the cross fence, which is number 5. Heading towards it now, the Therealbandit jumps it well, getting in a fraction close there, the favourite, Moscow Flyer, but didn't do too much damage at all as they run now towards the entrance to the home straight. The Therealbandit on the inside, the leader by a length and a half to Kadarann in second. Then in third is Moscow Flyer. 4 lengths away, then Miguel, a gap, then Davoski. Heading to the next. And a bad mistake by Kadarann. Kadarann went right down on his nose, and Moscow Flyer goes into second. But the Therealbandit vies it for the first time, and a change of role here comes to this open ditch, nicely clear, and he jumps it very well. Lands over at 4 lengths clear of Moscow Flyer. Another 4 then Miguel from Kadarann, who's recovered from that bad mistake, and a gap then Davoski. Heading up to the 8th. It'll be the last next time round, and out in front the Therealbandit by 5 lengths or so, and comes towards it, got in too close, sailing it over it in second was Moscow Flyer. In third then was Miguel from Kadarann. Davoski's tailed off. A circuit left to go. Skoo, how's he jumping, Moscow?
He was just pulling hard early on, Jim. You could see that Barry was struggling, his hands were coming up, but he's got into his rhythm, and touch wood, he's jumping well. This is a difficult fence now because they go around a bend, they change their legs, and it can be awkward. But I've been watching Ruben Welsh. I hope it goes well for him. He's been fantastic over a fence. It's wonderful to watch him. He, as they say, it's just one motion go to the fence.
Heading down the back now and towards the 9th. It's the Therealbandit who leads to it from Moscow Flyer, who saw that one, saw a stride and jumped it magnificently. He's running away with Geraghty at this stage. 3 or 4 lengths away in third, Miguel just tracking the leaders. A gap to Kadarann, who's under pressure, and forget Davoski. Heading now to the 9th, and it's the Therealbandit who lands over at 3 lengths clear of Moscow Flyer, who took it in his stride. 3 or 4 lengths away then is Miguel, a long gap then to Kadarann, and Davoski just coming to the fence. Coming to the third ditch now, and the leaders sail over it in good style. The Therealbandit seems to be gaining confidence. He's a couple clear of Moscow Flyer though, who's under heavy restraint on the outside as he jumps that. Then in third place is Miguel. A long gap then Kadarann, who just scrambled over that, and Davoski just coming to it. Moscow Flyer's taken it up now on the bend. He sprints 2 lengths in front now of Miguel. Then the Therealbandit who's dropped back to third. A long gap Kadarann, but coming towards 4 out. It's Moscow Flyer, 3 lengths clear. He draws towards it now, jumps it well from Miguel. They're 4 lengths clear then of in third place the Therealbandit, and a long gap to Kadarann. But the cheers of the crowd as they sense a famous victory here, as the champion Moscow Flyer is 5 lengths clear on the turn with 3 to jump. Miguel's under pressure in second. A long gap then the Therealbandit. Coming to 3 out, Moscow Flyer jumps it well. They're 2 or 3 lengths in front now of Miguel, who's under pressure. A long gap in the field, the Therealbandit. Last ditch coming up. This is 2 out. Moscow Flyer draws towards it now with his ears pricked, jumps it magnificently. Lands over at 4 lengths in front of Miguel, who won't give up. A long gap of 15 lengths then the Therealbandit and Kadarann, but they've got 1 left to jump. It's Moscow Flyer heading for his 19th win over fences. He's about 8 lengths in front, drawing towards the last with ears pricked, comes to it, jumps it well, gets it away from Loire Miguel, a tired jump. Then in third is Therealbandit, but according to the script, he's followed it today. Moscow Flyer, Barry Geraghty comes up to win it by 12 lengths. In second is Loire Miguel, 15 lengths away third, Therealbandit, and still coming is Kadarann, and Davoski is going to complete the course in fifth. Barry Geraghty and Moscow Flyer. Moscow Flyer registering his 26th win during a career of 40 starts, and that's his 19th win over fences. What a performance, and what a performer. Number 5, Moscow Flyer, owned by Brian Carney, trained by Jesse Harrington and ridden by Barry Geraghty, is the winner of the John Smith's Melling Chase. Second, number 3, Loire Miguel, Ruby Walsh. Third, number 6, Therealbandit, Timmy Murphy. And fourth, number 2, Kadarann, Paddy Brennan. Fifth is Davoski, and gets prize money there, significant prize money too, for the owner. £3,750 for running fifth. But there he is, the winner, Moscow Flyer. They love a champion. They've seen one today.
Well, he's the best jumps horse in training, and that's why. But his race wasn't entirely without incident, was it, Richard? That's the second fence.
Yes, Mr. McGoldrick in fourth place and being settled. Normally likes to make the running. This can have an effect when trainers change tactics. The horse might prefer to be in front. I think they'll revert to that. We'll just see him very shortly now, I'm afraid, there. Well, just a normal mistake.
Yeah, he fell at the third, and Moscow Flyer made a mistake at the second. This is 4 out when Loire Miguel is still travelling on his outside.
He's stalked the leader, and this just alters the equation. Look, just stops him, and for a moment he starts to come off the bridle. But as I said before, 2 out now. There was £20 between these two horses, and that's how it's panned out.
He's stuck at it though, hasn't he, Loire Miguel? He sees out this distance well, but so has Moscow Flyer, and he's proved it all over again. He beat Isio last time, he's beat Loire Miguel this time.
Just look back to third, Therealbandit. They changed his tactics. I've never seen him make the running before, so the scenario changed, but the expected result was the same. Look at him pricking his ears like antennae. And Geraghty just sitting quiet, not going for one, neither pulling for a short.
I was going to ask you about what's the best tactic is going into that last fence.
Well, Frankham had the art of that, of just holding and squeezing, not really getting... Oh, Jesse Harrington.